Hello everyone, I am Kristen. I'm really excited to be discussing the Power Hour and the vital behaviors today with you. The vital behaviors are the essence of our business. It is what is necessary to push our business forward, and the business activity tracker, or what we do in our Power Hour, helps us to track what we are doing of those vital behaviors. So the first thing I want to discuss with you is the vital behaviors themselves. They have been set forth by Beachbody to be the types of activities that are necessary for growth. And the first one is being a proof of the product. So being a proof of the product is drinking Shakeology daily or using the Performance line daily, using Beachbody products. It's not likely that friends, family, followers will choose to do it if you're not doing the same. And the second thing is doing your workout. So whether or not that's one of the Beachbody workouts and following the calendar that's set forth, or doing Beachbody on demand, or hybriding some of those. Being a frequent exerciser is also really, really important. Most coaches find that when they do a program and they take before and after pictures and share those, people are much more likely to follow them because they trust them and they see the results. They see that you're not just trying to sell something, you're actually sharing what you found success with. So the first vital behavior is that proof of the product. The second vital behavior is invite. And invite is inviting to a lot of things. It's inviting to join your team. It's inviting to a challenge group. It's inviting to try Shakeology or try a fitness program. So inviting is the second component. The third component is personal development. Personal development is a way in which we better ourselves, and we certainly become stronger people by being Beachbody coaches. And so there are a list that I'm going to provide within the group of a bunch of personal development. Some are related to leadership, some are related to networking, some are related to spirituality, some are time management, and those can be found in book form. And there's even some that are most appropriate for new coaches. You know, you're just starting off your business, and sometimes we just need the basics. And so there's a list on there of the specific ones that are really great. I'll tell you, I read Compound Effect within the first month of starting, and I just felt like the concepts were easy to follow. It made sense to me, but it certainly kind of got the ball rolling on the right foot for me. So that book in particular was really, really a starting point for me. And so I know a lot of other coaches have felt the same way about some of the books that I have mentioned. Another option for personal development are podcasts. So whether or not it's the National Wake Up Call, which is the weekly call done by Beachbody to provide some of the newest information, but also has a rock star coach often sharing about their story or something that's worked for them or something that's their strength. Also, there's a Shakeology podcast. Some people really love the Chalene Johnson podcast about building your tribe. Dave Ramsey about financial success. So there are a lot of podcasts as well if you're somebody who doesn't prefer to read books. And you can always do books on tape as well. You can do an audio book. It doesn't have to be. So the last one is new to Beachbody, and it's recognition. And it's really important because you need to recognize the success of your coaches, the success of your team, the success of fellow coaches, the success of your challengers, etc. So that is a brand new one that has just been added. So now let me talk to you a little bit about the word business activity tracker. The business activity tracker, or BAT, or you'll hear people talk about their Power Hour, is a way in which to track that you're doing the vital behaviors. So I'm going to show you a variety of them. So this one's pretty basic and simple, but it's nice because it's on one page I'll cover what all these mean in a moment, but this one's nice. Here's the same kind of idea, but just prettier, if that's important to you. And then here's one. The last two that I showed you had an entire week on one page. This one is actually a single day. Some people like this. They like finish the day, turn the page, new day, fresh start. I like it all on 1 week because for me, it shows me where my holes are. And having said that, people who don't do a business activity tracker usually don't recognize where within the vital behaviors they're lacking. And so often if your business isn't growing or whatnot, it's likely because you're not tracking. A lot of us think, oh yeah, I'm doing all that. And the truth of the matter is, it's not the case. Even for myself, if I skip filling this out, there are things I miss. And I'll be honest in a moment about what I often will miss. But, you know, here are a couple of mine, and you see they're all filled in. I really want it always to be that if my upline, if I'm struggling, if I'm like, wow, my business is really, really, really struggling, you know, I'm working really, really hard. And my coach said to me, well, then let me see your business activity tracker. Let me see your BAT or your power hour. I want to be proud. Like if I say I'm working hard, I want to show that I'm working hard. So some people choose to post this right within a group or send it to their coach regularly. Then a coach can help. Give some recommendations, etc., about what areas you might be lacking. So let me go through a power hour. So the first thing on the power hour itself, or the business activity tracker, and let me back up. You'll hear the word power hour, and what that really means is that if you are only going to contribute 1 hour of your day to your business, how should it be broken down to be able to be most successful? And when I started my business, I certainly was only doing an hour. I mean, it may have been 30 minutes in the morning, 30 minutes middle of the day, or 30 minutes in the middle of the day, 30 minutes in the evening. I did not have set hours. But what I will encourage you to do is to try for set hours. Make sure you're doing it every day. But when you do this, you're doing nothing else. So you're not checking your Facebook feed, you're not watching TV in the background. And the reason I say that is that people might say, you know, I really feel like I'm spending a lot of time on this business and I'm not getting to where I want to be. Well, are you really focusing on the business? If you're scrolling Facebook, you're not doing this. So you might be sitting at a desk with a computer for an hour or two, but only did a tiny bit of it because you're scrolling, you're watching videos, you're on somebody's page, you're doing whatever. So really do that focused hour. And best case scenario, you have set hours. I feel like my business really changed when I set hours. The first item is friend requesting or connecting, meeting new people. I'm sorry, not connecting, meeting new people. It's friending. So this often for me, it happens on Facebook. It's, you know, friend requesting a friend that I met, you know, a long time ago, or a high school friend or something. It also might be a new mom that I met in the community. So that's 3 to 5 per day. The next one is connecting. And this part is the part I love. That is checking in with friends. It does not have to do business related. It could be, hey, how are you doing? Or, oh my gosh, that picture of your new puppy is amazing. Or, oh, I saw that the baby's up all night. That's got to be really, really tough. Just being a friend. And sometimes that leads to conversation, and maybe eventually that might lead to like, hey, what's this coaching thing you're doing? But the purpose of that is not to do that. It's to be friendly, to be a friend. The next thing is to invite. And same thing, the first part, the connecting, might lead to the inviting. Inviting is inviting to a challenge group, whether or not that's a free group, a paid group, meaning like a 21-day or a 30-day group where somebody uses Shakeology. It might be inviting to try Shakeology. It might be inviting to try a fitness program. So, and those are personal invitations. It doesn't count when you just put it on your Facebook page, which somebody else will cover about social media, but we actually discourage you to do that. But it's a personal message. It's either in person or on Facebook or some other means, text, etc. The next one is a business invite. So initially, it says 2 to 4. When I first started my business, that was definitely as far as I would go. And those were often occurring from somebody who had already bought a challenge pack and were planning to continue, so for the discount, or when they're initially buying, offering them the discount from the very beginning. And it could also be somebody that you've noticed would make a really good coach. So you have that friend who's into fitness, loves sharing about it, is a really big encourager. Those are the kind of people that you would want to invite to the business. So that's that line. The next item is follow-up, and follow-up's really important. Very, very rarely when we invite or connect, does it end there. We don't just connect once and we're done, or invite once and we're done. Follow-up is the time where you go back to all those open messages and reply. The next item is group check-in. So on the weeks that we're having groups, whether or not it's a free group or a paid group, you want to be checking in and rereading and replying to those comments that your challengers have made to keep that group interacting. The next one is your workout. It's on there as your reminder to be a proof of the product. Same thing with Shakeology. It's on there. You just have to check those off, or you can write the specifics. That's up to you. The next item is personal development. We covered that earlier, but that's your spot to write in that you actually did it, and also your takeaway. I'll tell you right now that when I don't write it mine, that's what I give up. It's easy for me to fit in Shakeology. I want that. It's easy for me to fit in a workout. I know how great that makes me feel. It's easy for me to connect and friend request. Those just happen. Sometimes they take some thought, but they happen. Personal development takes some honest to goodness, and it only needs to be 10 minutes, but it needs some time set aside, and I'm not always great about that unless I write it down. So again, this is a great way to cover your things. If you fail to fill this in, your business may not fail today and it may not fail tomorrow, but within the next couple of weeks or even the next month, you will notice that you struggle. So often if people or myself or others are on a vacation and fail to do this at all, even the bare minimum, the lower numbers, their business eventually will catch up with them. So I strongly encourage. So you have a call to action today. Your call to action is find one of these in our file section and fill it out for today and post it within either the group or in the comment section. I encourage you to do it every day of this week, but today you got to fill it all out for me and post it right in the comment section. I hope you found this useful. Feel free to comment below with any questions as well. Have a great day.